Why within the law did you make it a requirement for economic agents to accept Bitcoin? Because that is one thing a lot of people have asked about.
Yeah. Well, Article Article 7 is very important. But you cannot look into Article 7 without looking into Article 8 and Article 12 because they work together. I mean, it's like getting Article 7 without looking into Article 8 and 12. It's getting Article 7 out of context. Now, Article 7 actually protects the people. Why? Because imagine people in the Zonte would work in an ecosystem with Bitcoin, right? And this 70% of population, because El Zonte represents the 70% of population, even though it was a very small population, but it represents 70% of our population which has no bank accounts. It's outside the financial system. They not only don't have bank accounts, but they don't have a credit card. I mean, so imagine these people in El Zonte or in some other places working in an ecosystem with Bitcoin, and then having their sats and going into a pharmacy to buy medicine with their sats, right? They just got from a tourist, and the pharmacy would say, "Oh, I'm not gonna receive your sats because I'm a private agent. I just don't want your sats." So you will actually be, it will be a discrimination against 70% of the people that you want to benefit. Because if you want to benefit the people that don't have bank accounts, that they don't have savings, that they don't have another way of payment, and they would earn Bitcoins with hard work and selling pupusas, then they have to be able to go and buy medicine or food and have them receive their sats. Now, there's something in Article 8 which protects the pharmacy, because you would say, well, but Bitcoin is something that promotes freedom. So you need the freedom to either accept or not accept Bitcoin, right? But Article 8 gives you the power to immediately and automatically exchange the Bitcoin that they are giving to you into dollars. So the pharmacy, which is required in Article 7 to accept Bitcoin so it don't discriminate on the woman that comes from the community and is buying medicine, Article 8 protects the pharmacy because if they don't want to receive Bitcoin, they just press a button and they will receive US dollars. So why would they reject accepting Bitcoin from this lady that comes from the pupusa shop, and if they will receive the dollars that they are asking for their products? Because if their product says $5.50, they will receive $5.50 in their app. So why would they reject this lady's sats? It doesn't make any sense. So we need Article 7 to protect 70% of the people, and we need Article 8 to protect 30% of the people. Now we also have Article 12, which if somebody says, okay, I don't have the technology, I don't have the phone, I don't have a smartphone, I don't have an internet access, where I live, internet is not so good, or I cannot use this thing, I don't know how to use the app. Well, that's why Article 12 is there, so he doesn't have to use it if he can't use it. And of course, we will promote the use of it because we don't want them to be left behind the benefits of Bitcoin. So we will promote them to use it, but of course, they will be at their own pace. And if it takes us of course, we will try that it takes less, but if it takes us 5 or 10 years to implement it fully, well, it would take what it takes. But it's not. First, let's be clear on something. Having something as legal tender, it means that you can pay or your public or private debts with it. That's the definition of legal tender. You cannot do a legal tender that is not accepted. It won't be a legal tender. There will be probably foreign currency or it will be something else, an asset, but it won't be a legal tender. But Article 7 is not there just to enforce the legal tenderish. It's there to protect the people that is going to work in this ecosystem And Article 12 is to protect the people that would get the money from the people that are working in the ecosystem. And Article 12 is to protect everybody. So at the end, it's a very simple, short law, very few articles, very clear, no fine print, no earmarks, no pork. It's very clean, simple, short, easy to read, easy to understand, nothing hidden. I mean, and totally optable because you can actually opt out. I mean, you have to take this, you have to accept the sats, but you have to receive them. So you can actually receive US dollars. So how can you complain? I mean, you're receiving what you asked for. You're asking for US dollars, you're receiving US dollars. What's your problem that the other person is benefiting for exchanging his sats? It doesn't make any sense because you have full freedom to choose between Bitcoin or US dollars, and the person paying has full freedom to choose between Bitcoin or US dollars. So it's full freedom for both of them. And it's probably the only system in the world when the payer can pick one of the choices that is different from the seller. And both of them have full freedom. So this is beautiful. It's just like Bitcoin. It's just something made for Bitcoin because it gives full freedom to the seller, but also gives full freedom to the buyer. And I mean, what can be better than that? Full freedom for both of them.